There are also super heavyweight bouts, and they are between Croatia and Kazakhstan first, and then Cuba and Azerbaijan second. And we know that last bout between Cuba and Azerbaijan is going to be a barn burner. The Cuban boxer really pulled out a wonderful performance yesterday with an amazing knockout that put a Frenchman on his back and ended the night early. And of course the Azerbaijani boxer, the local hometown favorite. This place will be rocking, of course. But let's focus our attention now to the boxers entering the ring. Ivan Dychko and Filip Hrgovic. Hrgovic and Dychko. Tony German from Canada is the referee for this bout. The judges are Castro, Cowley, Gallagher, Butar, and Trueba. Filip Hrgovic from Croatia. He is the 2008 Junior National Championship gold medalist in Croatia. In 2009, he was the Youth National Championship silver medalist. In 2010, he grabbed first place again at the same tournament. Also in 2010, he became the gold medalist at the AIBA World Championships here in Baku, the Youth World Championships. He beat Tony Yoka of France 7-4 in the final. That's the Frenchman that I just spoke of that got knocked out cold last night by Erislandy Savan, the Cuban. Beyond that, Filip Hrgovic is a participant in the World Series of Boxing, AIBA's semi-pro league, and he was the Croatian national champ this year, took first place. He's ranked 3 in the world, and last night he beat Miha Nuster of Romania 22-10. Dychko, not too shabby either. 2008, second place at the AIBA Youth World Championships in Guadalajara. 2009, he boxed in the AIBA World Championships in Milan. 2010, took second at the Asian Games in Guangzhou Province, China. 2011, first place at the Kazakh National Championships. Also, earlier this year, right here in Baku, took 5th place at the Great Silkway Tournament. Yesterday, Dychko beat number 6 ranked Chinaman Zhilel Zhang by a score of 13-7. Now, Hrgovic from Croatia and Dychko from Kazakhstan square off in Ring B. Dychko backing up, throws a nice jab out there and also a quick right hand. Kazakh boxers have a very proud tradition, like the Cubans and like so many other nations here. They really put a lot into their amateur programs. They have a lot of pride in their boxers. Many of their boxers are national celebrities, if you will, even at the amateur level. Hrgovic from Croatia showed us a pretty smart style yesterday in his bout against Mihai Nister of Romania. He continued to pepper away. It may not look that effective, but it is. His style is to keep moving forward and to keep throwing punches. He's a big, strong man, and he doesn't mind getting hit. And that makes him a very dangerous opponent for anyone in this super heavyweight class, because nobody likes to get hit. Hrgovic seems to be willing to stand in there and trade with his opponents, to take 2 to give 1 if necessary. Now that may not be the most effective scoring style, because if you get 1 every time you lose 2, it's not a mathematically sound way to win on points. However, it is a good way to intimidate and bully your opponent, if but for a few exchanges, and maybe, just maybe, you get lucky enough to land that big shot when you're playing on the line like that. This is the first round. We're coming to a close here. Hrgovic seems to be the aggressor, continuing to walk Dychko down. Kazakhstani boxer locking up a little bit, and here comes Hrgovic on the aggressive advance. Catches the Kazaki with a left hand, and 8-3 Kazakhstan. A little bit too little too late going on in the first round, at least, for the Croatian boxer. You can see here some action from round one as the Kazakh boxer does a good job of evading and avoiding some of those bigger shots thrown by Hrgovic. Big left hand by Dychko, snaps back the head of Hrgovic. Another one right there. Dychko doing a really good job with that jab. He's very effective with it, and he's able to keep Hrgovic at bay. Hrgovic really should keep his hands up a little higher and tighter, seeing how Dychko is being so effective with that jab. That jab is as much a scoring weapon as is anything, and it's an easier punch to throw, and more importantly, an easier punch to land because of the distance between you and your opponent when you throw that jab. The jab is coming off your lead hand with your lead foot forward. In this case, that would be the left for Dychko. It's at the closest distance to Hrgovic, certainly closer than his rear right hand, and it's coming straight down the pipe. And if Hrgovic's not going to be able to block it effectively or parry it or otherwise avoid it, then Dychko's going to be racking up the points as he did in the first round with just the jab alone. And most importantly, Dychko knows that, and that's why he keeps using it. Pushes Hrgovic off just a little bit. Left hand by Dychko. The referee is going to separate the boxes for a brief moment. Action has come to a grinding halt here. Dychko and Hrgovic. Just 20 seconds left here in this round. A sneaky left by Dychko. That jab, he's been using it for much of the bout. He used it again there quite effectively. And the boxer's working through the clinch. That's the end of round number 2. And now the Kazakh boxer goes up 7-7. He's got a commanding 10-point lead going into this final round. And there's Hrgovic getting some water on his head, looking a little forlorn. Not sure how to come out of this hole he's dug himself into. And boxing resumes here. The third and final round of this second to last super heavyweight bout. Dychko in the blue corner from Kazakhstan, Hrgovic in the red corner from Croatia. And now Hrgovic, with a sense of urgency, is chasing Dychko around the ring. Dychko needs to do nothing more than circle away, use that jab, avoid the clinches. He doesn't need to do that. Doesn't make sense. Why would he put himself in harm's way when he could avoid the lumbering Filip Hrgovic and just continue to circle and jab? The clinches are creating breaks in the action. They're providing more time for Hrgovic to get rest. This is the time for the Kazakh boxer to circle away, keep his distance, use his jab, salt and pepper. Big right hand by Hrgovic. That's because Dychko is letting him get close. Another left and a right, and here comes Hrgovic. The referee's going to issue a standing 8 count. Look at that, Filip Hrgovic down by 10 going into the third and final round. He needs to be the aggressor. Dychko needs to stay away. Instead, Dychko getting a little tired, mixing it up. We told you Hrgovic likes to mix it up. We said he's a big puncher. There you go, now you see what Hrgovic is causing Dychko to do. Now Dychko is starting to stay away, but even now, he mixes it up. It's those clinches where he's going to find himself perhaps in more harm's way. A right hand by Hrgovic on the break. Now Hrgovic really trying to measure his man. He's got Dychko up against the ropes. A big right hand by Hrgovic. I tell you, one thing's for sure, Hrgovic is slowly eroding the lead that Dychko had going into this round. Referee gonna caution Dychko a little bit. And there's a resurgent Dychko coming back, and now the referee's going to issue another 8 count to the Kazakh. So Hrgovic is definitely getting closer. He's slowly starting to eke away at the lead that Dychko had. And here comes Hrgovic again, lands a left, may have landed another right there that scored. Another shot to the body by Hrgovic, so Hrgovic's really letting him have it. This would be an amazing, amazing comeback if Hrgovic scored enough points in the third round. A little baby uppercut, Hrgovic staying on him, throws a left, looking for one more, a big right and a left at the bell. Boy, this could end up being a lot closer than it otherwise would have been. Been a very poor strategy by the Kazakh boxer in the third round. He let himself get caught. He let himself mix it up with a guy he did not need to mix it up with, a big puncher. Decision. My sense tells me the Kazakh, with a 10-point lead, was able to hold him off, but look at that. 6 points the Croatian got, turned it into a 4-point lead. The Kazakh boxer comes away with the victory. However, he'd be well served as this tournament continues to not let something like that happen again. There's no need to mix it up with the guy in the third round when you're up on 10, particularly with a big puncher like Hrgovic. Be that as it may, congratulations to Dychko. He goes on to the semis on Friday. Hrgovic, number 3 in the world. We know we'll see him again.